Tensions are running high outside the Theresa Park Primary School in Pretoria. Disgruntled parents claim that white Afrikaans children are being told to leave the school and that they're being marginalised. eNCA's Nqobile Madlala is covering the story for us. Nqobile, when and how did these allegations come to light, and what's been the experience of the white Afrikaans children if you've had a chance to speak to them or their parents?
Well, having spoken to some of the parents, they're saying to us that this is obviously something that's overwhelming and piercing to them because some of the kids are being taught even in a storeroom. But of course, we want to get the greater details from some of the representatives. And so I want to get first, I do understand that you have handed in a memorandum. What is in your memorandum?
Yeah. So technically we are here at Theresa Park School today because we are very saddened and disappointed by the fact that there are allegations made that our kids are getting classes, Afrikaans kids are getting classes in storerooms when there are other classes available for them. Secondly, there are allegations being made that these kids have been given a 2-week notice to get out of the school and to look for another school. Some of these kids are being intimidated and threatened because they are Afrikaans. Our memorandum basically just covered all of that, giving the Department of Education 2 weeks' time to get feedback to us and to fix this problem in the school. And if they don't, there will be more of this. We will go to the court, we will go to the Human Rights Commission if they do not see part in this in a very early stage. 2 weeks is the maximum time we'll give for feedback.
I mean, how has this communication come to you as the youth in terms of understanding that the kids now needs to basically not study the language?
No, nobody needs to not study the language. I just don't know why the school is not allowing Afrikaans, why they're trying to push Afrikaans out of the school. We don't see any other Afrikaans school pushing out any other language, whether it's English, Xhosa, Sepedi, Tswana, Zulu. We don't see them do that. Why should it happen in a school that was primarily an Afrikaans school? It is still large school, Theresa Park. Why should it be pushed out? And we need answers on this because when we faced the Department of Education at the gate, they were very long taking in their answers towards us. It seems like they themselves don't even know what's going on. But obviously these calls are being made from the Department of Education and not the principal of the school.
So are you saying that they no longer want to teach the language?
Well, I can't answer you on that one, but it's obvious this entire political agenda that's being pushed on Afrikaans and the culture of Afrikaans to get them out of the school. So yes, I do say honestly from my side, I think they want to get rid of Afrikaans. They don't want the ANC or the government doesn't want Afrikaans to be taught, and that is their way of systematically getting rid of Afrikaans in our schools.
So what are you going to be doing here should the 2 weeks pass and the education hasn't?
Yeah. We will see two courts for this situation. We will also have a chat with the Human Rights Commission regarding this, seeing that our kids are being treated as second-hand children in these type of schools now, for getting classes in storerooms, which is absolute nonsense. We do not stand for this. So we will take it further to the courts and to the Human Rights Commission.
Thank you very much. Of course, we're going to bring in the Department of Education to sort of give us an idea in terms of these allegations. Steve, big allegations being made here. What is going on in the school?
No, thanks very much. Let's start by reprimanding them for insulting our officials. Our officials came here to receive a memorandum and they know what they are doing. So no one can just come here and tell us that our officials don't know what they're doing.
But they don't.
It's quite disrespectful. So we really want to caution that. And secondly, the issue that learners are being taught in a storeroom. Education is about numbers. Education is about numbers. You can't have a class of 7 learners. Meanwhile, other people need space. You can't have a class of 6, even 12 learners in a classroom. So if a school deem it fit that they need to repurpose all other spaces that can be converted to be an environment that we can teach in, we normally do that. And in all our schools, where they see that they can utilize a space for the purpose of teaching, it doesn't matter whether it was a storeroom or it was a gym. And in most of some of these schools, they convert gyms and make them classrooms. So a school can then decide, working very closely with an SGB, to say, we're going to convert this class, this storeroom or whatever room that it is, to be a class, because numbers play a significant role in the department. Now, let me also clarify that we cannot deny education of our children because of language. No one will be denied education because of language. And the department, we are the last people to can say we want to do away with Afrikaans. We cannot lead that.
So are you saying you're looking into it then, Steve?
No, we can't entertain grapevine. They must give you an official communique which says those learners must leave the school within 2 weeks. They must give you that communique which says we are doing away with Afrikaans. That's hogwash. There's nothing like that. Yes, the SGB was intending to say learners, probably we need to find space in other schools because we can utilize those classrooms, for other learners. But our argument was that the school introduced Setswana as well. The Setswana classes are also small, and those Setswana learners are also being taught in areas that have been converted, not a classroom. So the argument that learners are taught in storerooms is hogwash, because as a department we are saying all spaces in the school can be utilized, fruitfully. So that's what we are saying as a department.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, there you have it. Parents and the Department of Education still coming to terms with what is going on. We are understanding from Steve that there's going to be a communication, because he's saying that most of what is being said is grapevine. But of course, from the parents who are saying that they have experienced it, this is something that is sore for them. And obviously, they would like to get answers, and those answers need to be in less than 2 weeks.
Nqobile, Annika and I all the way in Cape Town, and we can feel the tension. So we hope they find a resolution soon. Our reporter Nqobile Madlala at Theresa Park Primary School.